probably make sure everything is set before I start streaming. Just kidding, I don't care. That's right, High Overlord Sourfang. Took you a week to get here.
What a lovely sight. The wisps are scattering. One by one, the wall comes crashing down. Now is the time. The world tree is ours for the taking. Find Sarfang. We shall finish this once and for all.
Yeah. I can't wait to burn down that stupid tree. I wonder if they'll let us do it.
I am Sarfang, brother of Broxigar.
He says brother of Broxigar? Why the hell would he say that? Oh, that's Blizzard fan service right there. That's 100% Blizzard Sourfang. I mean, Blizzard fan service. Oh no, spoilers, I have to go. I will not slay innocents. If they do not raise arms against us, we shall spare them. Enter Lord Denell and capture any civilians you find there. They shall be questioned and then released. Yeah, but secretly we're gonna kill them, right? I am he that watches they. I am Fist of Retribution. That does not quell the reluctant. Dare you defy the war chief? Dare you face my merciless judgment? Lord Denell is all that stands in our way before we capture Darnassus and reclaim Kalimdor. Rout the defenders. We cannot risk allowing a single enemy to escape until we have secured control over the World Tree. I want this place in order by the time the War Chief arrives. Slay defenders. Lord Denell has mustered significant reinforcements on his shore, enough to drive us back. One swift strike and we can end this threat. You will break through their lines and slay 2 commanders. Without leadership, this force will crumble. Oh, okay.
You die in battle against a hated enemy.
Ha! I love Sourfang's new lines. Yo, oh my god, Sourfang is the keeping me in this game right now. Sourfang. Don't you mean Dispatchio too? I gotta kill this defender. I'm sorry, but I was ordered to by my war chief. Man, I love how fast my rogue kills things. What the hell? Did he attack without losing stealth? Wait. Which talent do I have? Also, Garrote deals 100% increased damage, and you have no cooldown when used from stealth and 3 seconds after using stealth. And your abilities deal 50% more damage. I think this one's better. Disappointed in the lazy storytelling. You and me both. I literally could not think of a worst way for them to burn it down. And this is coming from an alliance, a really big Sylvanas fan. I was so disappointed by it. You winning, son? You're on rating heir to Dead Sea. How salty are you about Sylvanas? I wouldn't say salty, I'm just disappointed about how they did it. I guess that does mean salty, huh? I'm just trying to mince words with it. So I guess on the saltiness scale, I don't know, lukewarm, 5 out of 10. That would be a disappointed scale. Nope, just said which mount you prefer, H or 8. Oh, I haven't looked at them yet. I hear, whatchamacallit, a friend of mine told me that the Horde gets a bat. If I type in bat, because I already have this in-game shot mount. Is it similar to that? I assume it would be called bat, right? What else could I type in to look at it? I have like low res textures on right now. Well, it's not like that really matters. Yeah, I don't know what it looks like. Undercity Plague Bat. Did I spell Undercity wrong? Okay, Plague. I don't think that's the name. You said Undercity Plague Bat, but that's not showing up. I know I'm bad at spelling, but yeah, it's just not showing up for me. Whatever, I don't care. I don't even care. The Horde is better. Ugh. Oh, I've been getting a lot of messages on my Sylvanas is a benevolent ruler video this morning. Which means they're suggesting it after the Warbringers trailer and people are watching it. That's funny. A lot of people are watching it and it's like, this is so wrong now. It's like, not really. If you watch the video, you'd see, you know, what she's doing now is in line with her character. But, I mean, yeah, the video was trying to paint her in a positive light, and it's kind of hard to spin this stuff in a positive light because she just burned it down out of spite. I guess they're not entirely wrong about that. What I need to make is a video called, like, why do people like Sylvanas? Or something like that. To explain the appeal of a villain main character. But the thing is, everything she's doing is, like, in line with everything she's always done. In, like, her history as being a character. And so she's never been in the forefront of lore like this before. So a whole bunch of people who generally probably don't know much about Sylvanas are learning this for the first time and thinking, wow, Sylvanas is kind of evil. It's like, yeah, that's literally her character. That's what she's always been like. And I can understand not liking that. Just because she's always been evil doesn't justify her actions. But it does make her interesting. That would make a good video essay. Can we play the second part of War of Thorns? Looks like it. I wasn't sure if you could or not. But it looks like you can. Because I'm just killing things on my rogue. Man, I love how fast things die. I have the legendary. I bought it when they gave us the ability to buy specific legendaries. Where I have 100% crit after breaking stealth. And it is so nice. So nice. My rogue kills things better than my geared priest. Because priests are so bad about killing low health mobs. Civilians secured. How come I can't understand her? I'm an undead. I know how to speak human. Wow. Wow, Blizzard. This is your lore. Okay. 10 things Alliance doesn't want you to know about Sylvanas. Well, I'm pretty sure they would want you to know. It's really hard to spin what Sylvanas does in a good light from the previous things she's done. Recently, I mean, not previous. It was a hard enough thing when I was making the video back in April for the April Fool's Day. I'm glad I made that video, you know, a couple months ago before all this stuff happened. Because making the video like next week would be impossible. That'd be like making the video on Garrosh right after the bombing of Theramore. You have to like have some time after it. Can happen to the Night Elf starting zone. The Night Elf starting zone is just gonna be like back in time. You just talk to a bronze dragon to get sent back to it. If you want to visit it. In lore, and like if you're a max level player, it'll be burned down. But if you want, for in-game reasons, you can go back to it whenever you want. And also when you make a new Night Elf, you're just going to be back in time in Cataclysm. Ah! Same with the Undercity. Another time when an 8-year-old Alliance tries to make argument Alliance are good guys and Horde are bad guys, they literally can't argue against that because of Sylvanas now. Yeah. But you see, here's the thing. That's not really a detriment, besides the people who are really into Thrall's Horde, or they're noble people who get together and do stuff. Under Sylvanas, they're just trying to end the war. You don't know Sylvanas' backstory. She's doing this all for her own selfish reasons. Don't you understand? It's justified. Rogues and BFA still have their swirly ball thing. Yeah. See, it's right here. I always have it in the middle of my screen, even though I don't actually need it. Yeah, they would never take that away after how many people complained about it. I mean, that probably would. People complain about Eyes of the Beast all the time, too, and that doesn't make them bring it back. Why do citizens trust you? You actually killed one of them in front of the other. Killed a defender? That's different from killing a civilian. There is a distinction. One of them's actively attacking you, the other one is just kind of cowering in fear. Here they are. Time to kill Alliance dogs. She's not going down as quickly as I hoped. Can I cheap shot her? Yep. Sup, but they might be friends. It's all for her people. I think the saddest thing is that the very first character I made back in the day was a Night Elf Warrior. It pulls my heartstrings a lot. Yee, a Night Elf Warrior? I only say that because I remember reading an article about a guy who plays nothing but warriors, and he said Night Elf Warriors were the worst because their two-handed animations in like Vanilla WoW were really bad. So it looked like they were kind of slapping someone with their swords instead of hitting them. So I always think of that when someone says a Night Elf Warrior specifically. So she's a bitch or what? I mean, in the derogatory term, she kind of fits the meaning of that. That's what makes her awesome. Sylvanas is too pure for our world. Murdering was literally the most disappointing thing I've seen in months. Yeah, same here. I thought the Jaina one was surprisingly good. I was like, whoa, this is pretty good. And I was really excited to see the Sylvanas one. And I was like, wow, this is really disappointing. She literally just burned it down out of spite. Huh. That is gotta be one of the laziest reasons to do it. I congratulate you on your success, but I sense something is not right. Lord Donnell is now secured, but something is amiss. There has been no sign of storm rage. Malfurion would have never left Lord Donnell fall without a fight. He must have gone after her. My army has approached from the north, and our reinforcements have arrived from the south, which means that they are not along any of the roads. Search the forest with me, Red Kayon. We will find them and be done with this once and for all. Ooh, that's it? Man, that was a really short quest. Let's go. Victory for Sylvanas. Is there any specific reason to attack Teldrassil? Heck yeah. To burn it down. Duh. Also, it's one of the major strongholds in Kalimdor. With Teldrassil gone, the only thing that's left is the Exodar, which, you know, they're going to ignore. Because the Exodar is a giant fucking spaceship with laser guns. Of course they're going to ignore that. They can't really explain why they're not using it. I'd love to see them make an explanation for it, though. You beat him with a heroic throw?
Regret nothing. You did well.
It was not my place to interfere.
My victory was inevitable. He was merely wasting my time. Finish him and be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head. Meet me at the World Tree.
have led your horde in service of death, you will regret this day.
Let's kill him.
No! You did not kill him, Orc. Why?
I struck without honor. I did not deserve to end him.
This entire war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood for nothing?
Not for nothing. We spill blood so that the Horde will endure.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer you a choice. Attempt to stop me from taking him away and die, or remain there kneeling in the dirt and live.
I'll kill him.
You have a choice as well. Take him to Darnassus and both of you will fall when we conquer it. Or flee somewhere far from here, so that you both survive. Come, champion. We must follow our war chief to victory.
Heck yeah. I turned up the game sound a little bit, and I think I might have dialogues turned up all the way. I have them turned up pretty high. Hopefully it's not too loud. Heroes, no matter how dire the battle, never forsake it. That's what he's doing. That's literally exactly what he just did. He is no hypocrite, if anything. Oh, Sourfang, why do you gotta be such a best boy? This is why everybody loves you. Let's do it, Sylvanas.
If not slaves to this torment.
Killer Queen. Are they gonna show the Warbringer? Burn the tree down.
Secure the beach. Prepare to invade the tree.
Why? Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. When you were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
Sylvanas doesn't give two shits about her past life.
I remember. A fool.
She only uses that excuse when it's convenient to her. Like when trying to negotiate with the Blood Elves. I was once one of you guys, remember? And then behind their backs. Hot, stupid Blood Elves. Like, I give a shit. They could all die for I care. Like Sylvanas would ever cry. Fake. I like how Sylvanas would actually ever destroy the Elfland. Her motivations are a little bit more complicated than what I said.
Hope fails. Now you understand. Don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy.
You know, it's this Night Elf's fault that she burned it down, not really Sylvanas.
You can kill But you cannot kill hope. Can't I?
That's what you get for pissing off Sylvanas. Is this Feather Moon? No, I'm pretty sure it's just a random night elf.
Burn it. Burn it!
Sure does look cool. But man, I wish he had a better reason than just to spite a random night elf.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
When I sent you on this mission, I did not foresee this outcome. Our attack was meant to end a war before it began. To capture an enemy's home and annihilate their leaders in one stroke. To inflict a wound that would bleed the Alliance dry. We have only partially succeeded. The Alliance will retaliate. They will come for us. For me, for you. But they are bleeding. Their anger will prove a weakness, not a strength, in the war to come. Rest while you can. Prepare for the battles ahead. I will have need of you.
No words from Nathanos or Sourfang? How disappointing. Hey look, they're back!
What would you ask of me? Speak quickly, and speak the truth. Drumka.
Well, the tree's burned down now. You do not foresee this outcome. You're the one who ordered it. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Anyone know why I can't find the Sourfang quest? Have you completed it on another character? Because, like, my rogue never actually did the quests. It was my main character who did it, and I just logged in and it gave me it. Because I had done the go to Sylvanas and say skip, and then I just did world quest for gear. Well, did they add more world quests at least? Let's go see what it looks like on the Alliance side too. Oh. Tall Geese donated 5 peens with no message. You could have at least did Tall Geese. Or a picture of your feet. Can't link pictures of feet. Don't forget your mount. Oh, right. Let's see what it looks like. Undercity Plague Bat. Why didn't it show? Whoa, that looks cool. He's a beefcake. Quest Killer Queen. Huh, JoJo fans. Why did this not show up when I typed for it earlier? Set favorite, mount up. Let us hear you defend Queen Sylvanas, hero. She's awesome. But this is like her character, this is how she's always been. She's always been kind of evil. It's just this is the only time she's been in the forefront about it. Forsaken morality is not normal morality. That's kind of their whole point. What's this? Gloomy dim cummies nose. Wow, this thing is awesome. You know, I don't usually care about mounts, but this one's pretty neat. Now let's go get the Alliance one. How come it's not saying it out loud? I have text-to-speech on. It's supposed to say, ooh, what's this? I need a hug, 6 runs, no battle bear. What battle bear? Hates the living, is surrounded by living. Hey, she doesn't like them, but she understands their importance. Kind of like how Garrosh didn't like the other races of the Horde, but he did understand their usefulness. Garrosh didn't like the goblins, but he loved their technology, so he was begrudgingly nice to them. Sylvanas did nothing wrong, and the Night Elves deserved it. Duh. Anyone who says otherwise is just delusional. Get the Alliance variant. Oh. I was about to say. Use your boost? I'm saving it for when the cool races come out.
Seems my favorite character is a villain. Nice Blizzard. I know she's morally gray and has layers, but she never acted in spite but necessity. Seems that's over lol.
Yeah, I agree. Everything she's done has had some kind of reasoning to it before. Like, even the attack on Tedrassil in the first place had reasons for it. But this, just doing it out of spite? Like, why? Ugh, so disappointed. Such a huge fan of Sylvanas. She's always done shitty things, but she's always had kind of a good reason for it. That's what makes an interesting villain, is someone who does bad things, but for reasons that they personally think are right. And Sylvanas kind of fits into that mold. But this, just doing it out of spite. There better be some more explanations for it. It's just a prank, bro. You know, I really love the Chains of Ice legendary. It's so much fun. And then they also had a talent that was supposed to be the same thing. And they both stack. You can just one-shot anything, like every 20 seconds. Or, I think it's a little bit longer than that. Why do you have to be mad? It's only a game. Exactly. I'm just disappointed they didn't give her a better reason. I'm not mad that she did it. I like that she does things like this. This is what makes Sylvanas interesting. I'm just sad that the reason was so kind of lame. The suddenness of the Horde's attack gave citizens here little time to flee. Many are hiding in Lordanel, waiting for help. Locate these civilians and send them to safety. We're counting on you, Merum-sama. You see, Merum, the guy that my Death Knight's named after, he's an excellent example of a good villain. If anything, he's like the example of one of the best villains I've ever seen. Ugh, the King from Hunter x Hunter, so good. The perfect villain. The Horde have invaded the north. You must protect Lordanel, Merum-sama. Help our forces push this attack. I will try to intercept the war chief. This is our final chance to stop her. Report to Commander Summermoon in my absence. You can have a pet sheep? What? How do you get that? I want a pet sheep. I didn't know you could have one like that. Is that like a mechanical pet? It is mechanical, right? Where do you get that thing at? Because my hunter's a goblin. So I should be able to tame it, no problem. What? Can we see the mount? Do I have the mount? It is indeed mechanical. God damn, I want that. That's so cool. I didn't know they had sheep like that. I'm more disappointed in this than the ending of Darling in the Franxx. I had no expectations for that show. That's why I didn't watch it. I was like, oh, another show by Trigger? Ooh, that's probably going to have a disappointing ending. Or it's going to be stupid. That's kind of like par of the course for them. What's the name of the mount? You guys said I have it, right? Hey, here, do you have the fox mount? Yeah, I actually got that like super early on.
Now she's like Arthas, but worse and more obvious. Want to swallow my words, but I think she'll die or be expelled from the Horde for going beyond the pale. Do you think she could be a raid boss like Gary?
You see, I don't want her to be a raid boss like Garrosh. I don't think they'll do that. But you know, anything can happen. You never know. They might just decide to make her go full villain. But I don't think they are. They've been hinting very strongly that she's not going to go full villain like that. And they've also put other hints in the game that, you know, Sylvanas might actually be the one to save everyone. The big thing right now is like the whole, how the Void is terrified of her. And if Sylvanas was never made war chief, then there would be no reason for us, you know, to invade everything and then go to Zandalar.
Blizz is desperate for a muhable villain. Ham-fisted storytelling and laziness on Blizzard's part is the reason for all this malarkey. I've always played Forsaken, however, and I refuse to abandon him.
You see, I get that too. I kind of agree. But there's also the events that happen in BFA that never would have happened if Sylvanas hadn't done all this. Like, we never would have gone to Zandalar if it wasn't for Sylvanas. And without us going to Zandalar, the Zandalari would have never been able to defeat the threats that they have there. So it does kind of work out in the story. Like, she does a whole bunch of shitty things for dumb reasons, but it just kind of happens to push the story along. Kind of like how if Gul'dan had never been released from that place he was in, from like alternate Draenor, we would have never had to fight the Legion. If we never fought the Legion, we would have never have gotten Illidan back. And if we never got Illidan back, we wouldn't have been forced to go to Argus. And if we hadn't been forced to go to Argus, we would have never made it to the Titans in time to save them, so that they could have basically stopped that huge threat. Like, a whole bunch of things happened that kind of led to happy accidents. I really like the story in Legion. Like, surprisingly so. I thought, you know, bringing Illidan back, well, that's kind of lame. And then what they did with his character was really good. I still really love that scene where he kills the Naru. Because I had been building him up as, like, you know, the chosen one, the army of light. He's going to be the one to lead him with his light forge powers. It was, like, super hinted at. I was like, ugh, groaning inside. Because, like, of course they're going to do another chosen one thing. And no, he just straight up murders her. And I was like, oh, I like where this is going. So, what I'm saying is, sure, all of this stuff happens, but it does lead to an eventual outcome that's slightly positive. And who knows, it might have even been Sylvanas that saved the world. Because if it wasn't for her attack, they wouldn't have been ready for the old gods. Plus there's the fact that the old gods are afraid of her. Hello, Grim. Hello, Hero in chat. Blizzard rejects the gift. Always gives me chills, right? I am my scars. Ugh. Literal goosebumps. So good. I was like, that's right, Illidan. You don't need redemption. You are a collection of your past experiences, and you're stronger for it, not despite it. It was a great message. I wasn't expecting something like that from WoW Story. Bring back Vol'jin! See, if Vol'jin was war chief, we would have never have gone to Zandalar. Because Vol'jin hates the Zandalari. For good reasons. Also, if Bane was war chief, we would have never gone to Zandalar either. Because we would have been friends with the Alliance.
Bring back Vol'jin trolls forever.
The only person who would have got us to Zandalar is Sylvanas. Because she's the only proactive person left. Everything she's doing is entirely in character. Who knows, maybe the Loas told Vol'jin, you know, to put Sylvanas as war chief because of what's happening in Zandalar. In order for them to actually go there. Because they knew Sylvanas was the only one who would push the Horde forward. You have to think of it from that angle, too. But at the same time, man, was it disappointing that she just kind of burned the tree down out of spite. Despite all that. Despite all what's going to happen in the future. Why did she have to do that? But I can't really think of a better way for it to happen, besides like maybe a mistake, maybe old gods. What do you think about Nathanos? Oh, I've always been a fan of Nathanos, even before he became like a major character. Nathanos is awesome, mainly because I've always been, like, I was a main hunter for a long time, so I knew all of the hunters and lore. And Nathanos was always one of the most badass ones. For the Horde! Alright, I have my Chains of Ice thing that can one-shot.
Maya was thirsty for Illidan's twin blade Keppa.
Maya was thirsty. You have no idea how much Maya hates Illidan. Like, oh my god, that would never happen. If there was one pairing that would never ever happen, despite people talking about it, it's Maiev and Illidan. Maiev is just full of hate. Her entire existence can be boiled down to, god damn do I hate Illidan. I hate him so much I could literally die and kill people because of it. I'm surprised she was actually willing to work with Illidan at all. Even a little bit. They have a hate boner for each other. Yeah, Illidan does not like Maiev either. He definitely tortured her out of spite when he caught her in the Black Temple. Like, a lot of things he was doing were for good reasons, except when he caught Maiev. He's like, god damn do I hate you. For the Horde! Also, talking about chills, Sylvanas screaming for the Horde in the BFA trailer. Cinematic, I mean. Ah, every time. It's so good. Nuke the hippies. Why are they making Sylvanas Garrosh 2.0? You see, the wrong thing about that statement is assuming that, you know, Garrosh is even on Sylvanas' level in the first place. Garrosh is like a baby warmongerer compared to Sylvanas. He wishes he could be as cool as Sylvanas. Who am I supposed to kill over here? Probably... oh, this guy right here who's dead. Hell yeah, for the Horde!
Notices your bulge. Hirua is my favorite fur. Boy, I want to nuzzle him to death.
Ooh, wow, what's this? Oh, there he is. Damn, these things have a lot of health. That Chains of Ice thing usually one-shots everyone. Ooh, whoa, what's this? Hero, think about us not killing Malfurion. Oh, that was dumb. Really? He attacked from behind so he doesn't deserve to kill him? That's stupid. Sure, it's in line with his character, but... you know, it was a battle, and he was trying to protect Sylvanas. That shouldn't have been the thing he thought about. Should have had a better reasoning for it. But whatever. I can't think of a better reasoning. I'm not the one who wrote the story. And it's fine. Not everything needs to be super perfect. It's not as head-scratching as Sylvanas burning the tree down out of spite. Defending Lorthanel. Find Malfurion Stormrage and Darkshore. Let's go, Malfurion. Better reason than Sylvanas. Fuck life. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, the story is so goddamn stupid, oh my god. Well, I mean, that one part is dumb. Saying the entire story is dumb because of it is kind of... what is that word? Hyperbolove? Going a little bit too far. Over-exaggeration. The stuff I've seen on the beta has been pretty good. Do it. Ha. Look at this bitch die. Aren't you supposed to be the strongest druid in the world?
Stay still, Alliance dog.
Oh, choke me harder, Sylvanas.
Down one of your greatest heroes.
That's one way for them to do it for the Alliance side.
Regret nothing. You did well. My victory was inevitable. He was merely wasting my time. Finish him and be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head. Meet me at the road trip.
You have led your horde in service of death. You will regret this day.
Malfurion, no! You did not kill him, Orc. Why?
I struck without honor. I did not deserve to end him.
Ugh.
The war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood?
Oh, I'm not being choked anymore. No, Sylvanas. Choke me harder.
So that the horde will endure.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer
I rolled that EXE. That's what I think every time Sourfang says that.
you from taking him
I struck without honor.
remain there, kneeling in the dirt.
You have a choice as well. Take him to Darnassus and both of you will fall when we conquer it. Or flee somewhere far from here, so that we both survive.
This war is lost. Tenderson will soon fall. Take my hippogriff to Darnassus.
She outright murdered civilians, over 20,000 night elves in that tree for lore don't see. How she can be turned around be morally gray after that. Over 20. Oh, absolute non-combatants. Blizzard, why? Only 12 years olds play Alliance. This is not up for debate. Adios, everyone. I'm going to work.
Only 12-year-olds
For the
play
horde.
Alliance. That's true. I feel myself liking Jake Paul the more I play on this character. It's like, ugh. I also have the sudden urge to dab. I don't know why. She outright million over 20,000 night elves in the tree per lore. Don't see how she can be turned around to morally gray after that. Over 20,000 absolute non-combatants. Blizzard, why? Hey, that's a good reason. I'm interested to see how they try to overcome that. I don't think they are going to try to redeem her. I think she's just going to be like a reluctant badass. Morally gray, morally gray. According to the following quest, you have to evacuate 900 elves, and it's literally impossible to evacuate them all. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Oh, so they're going to show it first, and then we go to the tree? You know, this does all look really nice, though. I will give them that. Oof, so good. I, for one, welcome our Saturday morning cartoon villain of a war chief. Me too. She's interesting as heck. Hecking heck. Yes, burn it to morally gray ashes. Who is the elf in the video? No, it's just a random elf. It's no one important. Kind of sad how at the end it's just a giant 2D texture. That's true. It's a cool looking 2D texture, and it looks a lot better than if they had used a 3D model. But you know, what if they did use a 3D model? I remember a fool. I said this last time we watched it, but Sylvanas doesn't actually care about her past life like at all. And she only pretends to care sometimes when it's convenient to her. For political reasons. Like when dealing with the Blood Elves. Personally, she only cares about herself and the Forsaken. Everything else is secondary to that. She has her priorities in line. Why aren't they using regular cinematics for these? These look awesome. I'm fine with them using the Warbringer stuff as in-game cinematics. The Warbringer stuff look really good. I'd love to see like a whole anime about Warcraft done in the Warbringer style. That'd be great. Burn it. So I can spite this one random elf. She cries morally gray tears. She does, doesn't she? Can't die. I love how she turns her face towards it first before doing it. Looking at Thanos, like, what? What the hell did you say? Oh, that doesn't have to be the ultimate, like, F you to someone. Burn down their country while they watch as they die. It doesn't get any better than that. If she won't become the final raid boss of BFA, she'll just become the final boss of her own expansion, Wrath of the Lich King. That'd be sweet. Oh, Sylvanas, why are you so awesome? Everything you do just oozes amazing. Please help me, I cannot find my daughter. Wait, what? Elune be with you, Death Knight? I'd rather not. Elune would probably kill me, for I am a Death Knight. Well, shit, I have to go now. See you later, fam. See you later, it's Amos Mirim Sama. The tree. How come the tree isn't burned down yet? Champion, I need your help. We must evacuate Darnassus before it burns to ash. Many of the city structures have already caught fire. Douse the flames and rescue the trapped civilians within. Please, do all you can. We must save as many lives as possible. Sylvanas wishes for more elven corpses, though. I don't think I can do this. It's a conflict of interest. Oh, was there another quest? Inzoth is the final boss. Yeah, probably. Lady Sartha was once beloved of Elune, graceful and pure. The spider spun her silver threads through the moonlit. Catching the evening mists, the silvery dew had strong healing powers and was kept at a nearby temple. Is this a low-level quest? I think this is a low-level quest. Yep. I was like, what the hell does that have to do with the burning of Teldrassil? You're on a timer? Oh, shit. I did not know that. Why didn't you guys tell me that? Here, let me put you out. Oh, look, the Ancient is burning. How sad. Holy shit, you gotta rescue this many people? Wow, this is a good way to do it. Tell them to have an unreasonably high number and then give them a time limit. Wow, kudos, Blizzard. I would have never thought of that. See, this is why you guys make games and I don't. I must save the people for subterfuge. Damn, there's a lot of people in here. Here we go then. Oh, you know what? I'll probably be using this for a video later on. I need to get good footage of this. Wow, look at all these Worgen. Why are there so many Worgen in this place? Whoa. Okay, let's go back to helping them, I guess. Oh, if you talk to one of them. Get cabin or get going. Because they came from Gilneas. Why? Just because Sylvanas, you know, made Gilneas uninhabitable? That's no good reason. I need to evacuate more citizens. I've only gotten 20 so far. Well, now I have 20. Night elves love furries. That is true. Everyone knows this. What brings you here? Oh no, I only have 6 seconds. You will be my last one. You're too far away. There we go. Your body becomes heavy as your lungs fill with smoke. Nice. Evacuate the city. Gosh, Greymane, overreact much? Let's go. There's no Geneva Conventions in WoW, though, to establish war crimes. They do have a council. Remember, Garrosh was tried for his war crimes. Wait, the priests are going to stay in the tree, go down with the ship? Yep. That is what was insinuated. Darnassus was ugly anyway. This guy gets it. How is this overreacting? I'm sorry, I was being facetious. Hey look, someone did the cataclysm thing. Why don't I get For the Horde message from Sourfrank? Mate, help. Comix Sylvanas says she sometimes misses being alive now. She despises the living. Sylvanas is just playing politics. Like I said, she only pretends to care about her past life when it's convenient for her. For political reasons. Or to manipulate. But she also does sometimes, you know, care about her past life. She's a complicated character. It's not all black and white. She says she doesn't, like, internally she says she doesn't care about her past life. And she doesn't care about her past life. But sometimes she kind of cares about her past life. And she doesn't really know why. Because she thinks she doesn't know. From the ashes. I am at a loss for words, Merim Sama.
Alliance is too human-centric. Anduin doesn't care about gnomes.
That's true. Everybody knows that about the Alliance. Gosh, Anduin, overreact much? All she did was burn down a little tree. Oh, this is a different quest. I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna do that later when I can get footage of it in higher quality than stream footage. Already known? I guess you're right. If you do one side, you get the other one. If you do. If you do one side. That tickles my funny bone. For 8 seconds, your movement speed is increased by 30%. You cannot be slowed below 100% normal speed, and you are immune to forced movement effects and knockbacks. I did not know I had this. When did they give? I'm pretty sure I set up my bars after the pre-patch was over. Damn it, I already have my 2 speed increases. For 8 seconds you get a speed boost. 30% is kind of slow. Wraithwalk is better. Death's Advance. I don't know where to put Death's Advance at. At G, probably? Not my war chief. What? Then I can have her if you guys don't. Sylvanas is the best. What about Exodar and Silvermoon? What about Exodar and Silvermoon? Here, do you think Sylvanas will be the new Garrosh? Garrosh wishes he was as close to Sylvanas, as people like to say. All these comparisons to Garrosh are trying to put Garrosh on Sylvanas' level. He wishes he was as cool as Sylvanas. Death's Advance removes CC, right? I don't think it does. Makes it so CC doesn't really bother you. I don't think it removes it, though. Maybe it does. I have confession to make. I play Horde, and all my mains are Horde characters, but my heart is with Anduin. I do like Anduin's character, I'll admit. Like, I've been a fan of him since War Crimes, because of his scenes with Garrosh. Also, Zoltan. Wow, it's surprising to see what are they called now? Sponsors in chat? You're using the meme emotes I put up. They gave me the option, so when they gave me the options to have sponsors with, you know, custom emotes, I immediately just filled it with memes. So, Pickle Rick and Ugandan Knuckles. Just, you know, just to show, like, I don't take this seriously. It's funny to see someone actually using them outside of my Discord. Okay, well, that's both sides of the story. The final thoughts on it. Sylvanas is great. She will lead the Horde to a better tomorrow. Also, her reasoning for burning down the tree was kinda dumb. A little dumb. Not out of character. It was just kinda dumb. Totally within her, what Sylvanas would do, though, so it wasn't bad writing. In the sense that, you know, the character is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Our primary objective is to bring them back safely. This is a Mista Pandaria quest. Who let TBC writers out of their cage? Everything she's doing is in character. This is totally something Sylvanas of old would do. It's just kind of a dumb reasoning. I could totally see Sylvanas burning down the tree. I could totally see her burning it down out of spite. It's just disappointing that that's what they went with. The Forsaken are fine. They just want to die. But come on, Sylvanas. You've done some not morally gray things. Sylvanas is the most morally gray person I can think of. I need to make a video. Why do people like Sylvanas? And then explain and contrast with characters like Merum Sama. What are some good examples of good villains that people like? Like, I have the Hunter x Hunter example of the king of the Chimera Ants. But if I was to explain that in a WoW video, I'd have to explain who he is, and, like, nobody watches anime. So only a handful of people would understand the reference. And then I could also think of, like, Thanos. from Infinity War. He's a recent example of a villain that people liked. And then there's also, like, the Joker from the Batman movies. From the second Batman movie, anyway. Fuck Meruem, dude is just a dick. No, Meruem is awesome. Illidan's not really a bad guy, though. I thought her video was awesome. I just think the whole thing ended up being something not obvious. Really made it disappointing when it was the obvious thing that happened. See, yeah, that's the thing, though. It was so obvious that I didn't even consider it as an option. I had all of these theories about what it could have been, and then just, you know, just to piss off the Alliance. Huh. That is something Sylvanas would do. But man, do I wish it was something else. Jaina's a midlife crisis. Oh, I need to head back to Darkshore. Fastest way to do that is to go to Darnassus, right? Fuck Jaina, she should have been in Theramore when it was bombed, right? Just kidding. Thing is, she was in Theramore when it was bombed. That's why her hair is like that. How many times has Morally Grey been said since the stream started? I don't know. How many people do we have in here? About 500 times, maybe? Okay, so I only plan to stream for like an hour. Because I still have stuff to do. I need to go to the gym and then make my news video. I just thought, you know, that Warbringers thing was worth having a stream about to have a discussion. We love her because she has layers and is complicated. You can't really say she's good or evil. She does what is needed, even if it's evil morally.
We love her because
I agree.
she has layers and is complicated. You really can't say she's God or evil. She does what is needed, even if it's evil morally.
Yeah, see, that's a really good explanation about why people like Sylvanas. I should make a video essay on it. Why people like Sylvanas. Because she's interesting. The thing about villains that make them interesting, like if you've ever talked to middle schoolers or high school students who want to get into writing, one of the most common stories they'll think of is like, what if we told a story but with the main character as the villain? Because people are drawn to that. Something about that that's cool. It's cool for the main character to be a villain, but you know why? Well, because villains are proactive in their lives. They have a goal they want and they pursue it at the cost of everything. Whereas heroes generally just react to things. They're fine with their life being peaceful and just living normally. But if something bad happens to them or around them, then they act. And then they try to stop it. So that's why a story with a villain as like the main character is so attractive to you know, teenagers or adults who are tired of just hearing, you know, the hero story. Which one is it to the Night Elf place? Oh, here it is. So if you follow a story about people who are proactive in doing things that are not morally correct in order to accomplish their goals. Oh, so if you come over here, it just takes you straight back here. That's neat. Let's see, a plate belt. I don't need a plate belt. I already have 2 swords. What the hell? I have a sword, and I don't need any of these. I don't need any of this, Blizzard. Let me go hop on my shaman. I'm not upset about the burning of the tree. This is the thing needed for BFA to really kick off. I'm sad that they used Warbringer's short to show the burning. Hey, if they were going to show the burning, Warbringer's short, I think, is probably one of the best ways to do it. Outside of a cinematic. Like, if I can't get a cinematic, I'd rather have a Warbringer's video showing it than, like, an in-game cinematic. Because Warbringers look really good. Talk about Ainz in the villain video. Ainz isn't really a villain, though. Kind of. Actually, now that I think about it, that would be a good suggestion. For the Horde! I'm not gonna do it again. I'm just here to do world quests. I need to gear up my shaman. I'm gonna do a world quest, I mean. For Sylvanas. Why do they make the villains look so damn hot? It destroys my morals, at least what's left of them. Not being said by me, hence the quotations. Gosh damn Sylvanas. Gosh damn sexy Sylvanas. Who cares if she's a corpse? She's a fictional character anyway. What matters is what she looks like on the outside. You're morally gay. I'm not gay. I've checked. Alright, I said I was gonna leave. Yeah, I have other stuff to do. I still need to go to the gym. And then I need to go make my news video. And I gotta talk about Sylvanas and her morally gray actions in it. She was a hero, had horrible things happen to her, and everything she knew and loved changed. Then she had no place but to go become a villain. Yeah, you see, if you watch my video on why Sylvanas is a benevolent ruler, sure, it's a joke video meant to like skew everything she does in a positive light. But at the same time, her motivation and background, all of that information is legit. If you want to know the tragic story of Sylvanas, I'd suggest you go watch my video, which has been getting a lot of comments recently, like since this morning. I don't know why. For some reason, my Sylvanas video has been getting a lot of views today. It's a mystery. Did something happen today with Sylvanas? Something on YouTube which could possibly have my video suggested? Who knows? You know, I really love this ability right here, Crash Lightning. When did they add this ability to the game? It's so cool looking. Like, I normally don't give two shits about my shaman, but I love lightning spells, and all the lightning spells shamans have had have been super lame looking. But man, do I love Crash Lightning. This would totally make me play an enhancement shaman. If they just had more lightning abilities besides just that. This lightning bolt looks super dumb. I hate lightning bolt animation. I actually really prefer the old one. The new lightning bolt animation is just lame. She dead, Peepan. Siege of Undercity. Sylvanas died from Ligma. What's Ligma? Ligma balls. Sylvanas is like the fell Horde. For the Horde, true death to Sylvanas. No true death to Sylvanas. She's already died 3 times. Be nice to her. How would you feel if you died 3 times? Yeah, bet you wouldn't feel very good, would you? I'd usually agree, dwarf, but if you're not an orc, you're a real war chief. Oh, Crash Lightning, why are you so cool? You know, I've noticed something on my shaman. You see, Healing Surge says it has a 1.2 cast time. But it's always instant cast. Consumes 20 Maelstrom if available. There it is. I was wondering about that. Turns out I just didn't read the rest of it. I was like, why is it always instant cast? Oh, because it's consuming my Maelstrom. I gotcha. Go, my wolves. Sweet release of death. Sylvanas doesn't want to die. She just wants to kill everyone else. Why are you guys going to be so racist towards Sylvanas? You should respect her political beliefs. Her belief that everyone else should die. I feel great if I die 3 times, right? Sylvanas has had it rough. Give her a break. How would you feel if you got killed 3 times? I mean, one of those is technically suicide, but, you know, still. She died 3 times. That's kind of traumatic. I love your vids, man. Keep it going. Played WoW since vanilla, and I still discover things in your videos which I missed before. Peace, brother. Yeah, hey, you're my target demographic. I love making videos about nostalgia. They're timeless, and I don't have to keep to trends because of it. I was like, ooh, this new super exciting event happened in WoW. Great, I'm going to release my video about, you know, the water totem quest chain from vanilla WoW. And it will do just as well as all of those super... Actually, that video didn't do very well. That's a bad example. What I'm saying is I care more about legacy views than I do, you know, current event stuff. I still also do current event stuff. It's just not as successful. I need to kill sentry owls. Oh, I hate this part of the quest. Has anyone else binge Roma Redex videos for 4 hours? You guys should binge all my videos all the time, every day. All day, every day. That's what I would do. I recently went on a binge of like Kakio's videos the other day. Don't tell him I said that though. He'll get embarrassed. I was like, man, Kakio's videos were so good. It's a too bad he quit YouTube. Poor Kakio. Isn't reason to kill thousands of innocents or burn a fucking world tree, wondering what Horde Druids think of that. Horde Druids? Here's what they think of it. Who cares? They're Druids. Eel. Nasty, nasty. Funny thing is, like, I am in a D&D campaign, and my character right now is a blood hunter who turns into a bear. Does that count as being a druid? I don't think so, right? I don't really give a shit about... My character doesn't care about that kind of thing. But he does love turning into a bear. A werebear. I watch Hero and Noble. That's about it. Huh, 2 good channels. I'd recommend adding all the other good WoW channels to the repertoire. Repertoire. I can't say that word, can I? It's like preparation all over again. How is it pronounced? Preparation or preparation? 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 Like in the Rogue video I made, I said preparation wrong. And so of course half the comments were about that. And I was like, oh, I'll have you know, I did look up how to say that word. I knew I didn't know how to say it correctly, so I looked it up. And the thing I looked up basically told me how to say it wrong. Preparation. Sourfang is manly and honorable like the Horde should be. Yeah, Sourfang, he's best boy. I can't wait to see where Sourfang's story goes. Sourfang, he's been involved in like everything. He's been around since the beginning. Actually, I talk a lot about Sourfang's backstory in the video on, you know, whatchamacallit. That one top 10 I made. I forget the name of it. Top 10 characters you feel bad about killing. I go over Sourfang's backstory a little bit in that. And he was like involved in every expansion. And he had a major role to play in a lot of them too. He is like one of the longest lived dudes who's been in everything. And has come out alive. The guy has like the luck of the devil. He's a major character who's been involved in all of the stories in a major way. And is still alive. And still really hugely relevant to the plot. Sourfang is just a great character. But I can't wait to see what they do with it. I was a little disappointed with his reasoning for not killing Malfurion. It's in line with his character, sure. Just disappointing, kind of like the whole Sylvanas burning down the world tree thing. Sure, it's in line with her character. It's just, you know, kind of a lazy... Not lazy. Lazy's not the right word for it. Disappointing. I guess that's just the only word for it. I was expecting more, and I was let down. Plot twist. Sylvanas used one of her banshees to mind control Sourfang into boring her. Maybe. You gotta remember, Sourfang at heart is just like a normal warrior. He's just like a veteran in battle. When he faced off against Malfurion, he was completely outclassed. And he's like, yep, this is where I die. And then Sylvanas came in and saved him. Damn, look at the eye level on that. Holy shit. I mean, holy heck. Holy hecking heck. I gotta keep this, you know, swear word free. Chain Lightning deals 5% more damage. Do I have any other bracers? I do. Maybe I should go do that world quest. This will be my last world quest, and then I'm totally getting off for sure. If Sourfang dies, it will be combat. If Sourfang wants to die in combat. I don't want Sourfang to die at all. That's how I want his story to go. He needs to continue existing for all of the new expansions to come out. Also, orcs die with honor, never from disease. They sure as heck do die from disease, but I'm pretty sure you were just making a joke. Oh, disappointment is the word of the day. Yep. She was like a bitch and took suicide, such a thought, and then she got plot armor somehow. Oh, that's not nice. Poor Sylvanas. Can't really dispute any of that, but it's not nice nonetheless. I am not okay with that theories. Why would she possess him? It's useless. Yeah, she doesn't need to. She could just tell him to do it and he'd do it because, you know, she's the war chief. Plot twist, Jaina is still Varimathras and he is waiting for his next move. Just knows how ridiculous Sylvanas' eyebrows were, especially when she wears a hood. Well, she's an old elf. Elves have weird eyelashes. She's an elf with a human boyfriend. Human boy toy. You know, when they put Sylvanas in charge of the Horde, you know, the Horde, I was, like, one of the first thoughts I had was, like, how are they going to deal with the whole Nathanos thing? Because it was always a plot point in lore, for, like, the longest time, that Sylvanas had, like, a secret crush, not a secret crush, that Sylvanas liked Nathanos and gave him special treatment. It's just been a thing and part of the lore for the longest time. I always thought, you know, if Sylvanas is put as war chief, they're probably going to drop that plot point. And no, they just went with it. They just exasperated it even more. And I was like, oh, that's neat. I was totally expecting them to drop this. You know, as being like something unfitting of a war chief. But no, they kept it in and they just put more hints about it in there. To the fact like everyone knows. Not even hints, it's just straight up obvious now. Oh, Sylvanas and her boy toy Nathanos. Nathanos is like a harem protagonist. He doesn't even know that Sylvanas likes him. He just thinks, you know, I must serve my queen. And everyone else is around is like, you know, Nathanos, she doesn't give anyone else special treatment like this. He's like, really? That can't be true. And doesn't think a second thought about it. Everyone's giving him hints about it and he just is totally oblivious. He has no idea. Not that it matters, because they're both undead. But still. Still, there's the implication. And because of the implication... Haha, look, a dead seal. Ooh, this is actually where... Oh, this is where you did the seal quest chain. Like, around this area is where... you had to go for the aquatic form quest chain. I remember flying out here when I was getting footage for that video. Oh, it's fitting for them to have dead seals out here. What else do I need? I need to kill some Alliance. Okay. You don't gotta tell me twice. Sylvanas' MILF Warcraft harem anime win. With Nathanos as the main character. And then Nathanos' like childhood friend comes over. It's like, Nathanos, you baka. I hate you. Because I don't care, I must serve my queen. And then Sylvanas will be like, Nathanos, you baka. I hate you. No, Sylvanas, I only live to serve you. I must commit harakiri. Must commit Sudoku. Sylvanas and Nathanos are Yumiz and Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove. I don't remember their names from Emperor's New Groove. I think one of those is the dumb guy. Sylvanas didn't do anything wrong. Sylvanas is a benevolent ruler. Nothing about her not doing anything wrong, because she does do bad things for morally gray reasons. Everybody knows that. Well, you know, I made a post on Twitter like, Sylvanas is awesome, and someone replied, you know, I'm starting to hate you now. That's such a funny thing to say. I can understand it, especially if you're an Alliance fan or a Horde fan who's frustrated with Sylvanas, because her story isn't for everyone. Like, there's totally a lot of Horde people who like to be, you know, the old Horde story of a bunch of outcasts who work together because they have to, because the world is out to get them. But the story has progressed past that point. They need to get into the future. The Horde is now a superpower. It is no longer a ragtag band of outlaws. Victory for Sylvanas. This is how Horde will win. We won't win with pillow fights. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go. Okay, every pony. Okay, every pony. I like to end my streams saying that. It's a thing that Pan Pizza says what is it? What kind of YouTube videos does he make? He makes videos about cartoons, like children's cartoons. Really well made. He's like one of the better cartoon YouTubers out there. And he always ends off his like podcast with "Goodbye, every pony," and I just think that's so funny. So of course I copy it. I'll have you guys know I'm not a brony. I've tried watching My Little Ponies because I heard it was, you know, good for a kid's show, and I watched it and it's like, no, this is literally just a kid's show. I don't understand how you could like it more than, you know, what it is, but I don't know, I guess a bunch of furries, it's a furry thing maybe. I'm not a furry, so I don't understand it. But I think it's funny. It would have been nice if I liked the show though, because I totally would have embraced being a brony. But sadly the show is just a kid's show, which is very disappointing. I went in it expecting to like it and was let down. Do you like clopping? What's clopping? I have no idea what that is. Maybe I should Google it on stream. Actually, I gotta go. Yeah. Goodbye, every